I'm Marie Joyce Mueco, the CEO and founder of Evidence Health Beauty and Skin Essentials, the CEO and founder of MacJoy E-Commerce Corporation, and now I'm also the international marketing partner of SMDC or SM Development Corporation. Share sa inyo ang napakagandang opportunity ay gusto ko munang makilala niyo ako ng lubusan at ano ba yung mga achievements na natanggap naming mag-asawa. Ng aming sipag, sa pagninegosyo, sa aming pagtatrabaho, ay marami kaming natanggap na mga awards sa iba't ibang award-winning body. Ilan ng mga awards na natanggap namin ay marami kaming taong natulungan at isang privilege na ma-recognize kami sa aming mga ginagawang advocacy. So, as a result of our hard work, here is our dream house, our dream cars, our dream company with our employees. So here is our dream skincare brand, and also we have 3 office building in Laguna.
Do you want to have the life of your dreams too? If yes, kindly watch the video and see the great opportunity that awaits for you.
SMDC is the biggest residential real estate developer in the Philippines. It is part of the SM Group, one of the country's largest multi-corporations that holds the most established companies in multiple industries, such as retail, finance, and real estate. The SM Group's real estate arm, SM Prime, is one of Southeast Asia's largest and most trusted land development firms. It builds innovative lifestyle cities, offices, hotels, convention centers, malls, and residential developments. This includes 3 of the largest malls in the world, as well as mall and residential developments in China. SMDC is a 100% owned subsidiary of SM Prime. SMDC's business philosophy is to fulfill the Filipino's dream of living the 5-star lifestyle. To do this, it introduced the concept of integrated living, where an SM mall and SMDC development are combined into a single property. This way, residents have access to every convenience the mall offers. In 2006, SMDC launched its first development, Meza Residences. Now, over a decade later, we have broken ground on over 40 projects, sold over 100,000 units, and turned over more than 60,000 homes. SMDC is now the largest and fastest growing residential real estate developer in the country to date. It owes its great success to its business strategy of building only in prime locations, near central business districts, top universities, major highways, and transportation hubs to ensure that residents are right at the center of it all. SMDC homes have world-class amenities, grand lobbies, and provide professional property management. Through its efforts, SMDC has vastly improved and upgraded the Filipino lifestyle by making luxury living more accessible. It aims to sustain its place as the country's leading developer by providing a lifestyle that is convenient, safe, secure, upscale, yet affordable. Its excellent property management services keep the long-term value of the units to ensure that the investment is always at its best. SMDC investors get the following advantages: increasing rental yield and property values of up to 7% and more, along with a hassle-free leasing service. SMDC does its part in helping build the nation by changing the way Filipinos live and setting the new standard in real estate. It nurtures communities to live better and provides safer and more convenient environments where families can grow and flourish for generations. SMDC made the five-star lifestyle attainable for Filipinos dreaming of a better future. And it plans to continue to deliver this as it grows over the years hand in hand with you. So whether you're an investor or a potential homeowner, you have it best with the good guys.
Para sa mga OFW, sa mga bayani, sa mga bagong bayani ng Pilipinas ngayon, mga OFW, I believe you guys are sacrificing your time and your efforts na malayo sa pamilya para lang kumita ng pera. Pero now, what if halimbawang masabi ko sa inyo na through real estate, kaya nyo actually na umuwi ng Pilipinas at magkaroon ng sustainable income. So yan yung pag-uusapan natin. Papakita ko sa inyo ngayon kung ano yung actual data. Magsisimula muna tayo sa data. Gusto ko munang pakita sa inyo kung magkano yung kinikita. Then later on, i-represent ko sa inyo napaupahan nating properties. Alright? So over here, you will see the properties. So kiklik natin itong multi. So right now, this is your Nestaycation. Over here on the left side, you'll see all the properties that we are managing. So yan yung mga names ng mga properties. These names are only decided by us. So hindi ito yung actual name ng mga units or actual name ng mga properties. So pinangalanan lang namin siya in order for us para madali naming matrack yung income ng mga units at madali namin silang mabook. So let's say for example, this one is Alessandra unit, Apollo, Athena, Aurora, etc., etc., etc. Now over here naman, above here is yung dates. For example, October 23, lahat to October 23, pababa. October 24, pababa, 25. Etong mga data na nakikita nyo dito, pag may kulay, ito yung inventory ha. So meaning, kunyari, October 23, ito si Alessandra. Pag may kulay kayong nakikita, that means it's already booked. May umupa ng property na yan. Pag walang kulay, ibig sabihin, hindi pa siya nabubook kagaya nito. Ayan, ito yung mga, nakikita nyo yung mouse ko? Ayan, ito yung mga hindi pa nabubook. So now, kung titignan nyo, ito yung mga dates. And for example, ngayong October 28, meron ba akong bakante? For Alessandra, may kulay, may color, lahat ng units over here may color. So now, magkano ang isang gabi? Ang isang gabi is nag-average ng 3,000 to 3,500 pesos. Okay, nakikita nyo. So that means today, kumita ako ng 3,500 times 16 units. These are 16 units. So kumita kami ng 3,500 times 16, that's probably around 50,000 pesos income over a day. Next, makikita nyo dito yung kinikita sa loob ng isang buwan. Okay? So ilagay natin, let's say for example, huwag na natin masyadong palayuin, ilagay natin sa July 2023 kung magkano yung income. So makikita nyo over here, yan, pinilter ko ng July 2023 hanggang July 2023 for all properties. All accommodation, 16 units. So magkano yung kinita ng 16 units na yan sa loob ng July? That is a total of 1.4 million. That is one night only. 1 month only. Isang buwan na income lang yan ng mga properties. Ito ngayon yung transaction history. Magkano yung nire-remit ni Airbnb sa amin araw-araw. So total paid out na namin for this year is 6.2 million pesos. Mind you guys, itong 16 units na to, hindi lahat nag-start ng January. Nung January, 8 units lang yan. Pero dumami ng dumami. So let me show you sample first. Ang isang property ng SMDC located sa Mall of Asia. One sample is S Residences. Malapit sa MOA to. As in malapit sa MOA Arena, malapit sa IKEA, malapit sa mga lugar na yan. Now, property price halimbawa is 6.6 million pesos. Now, sabi natin, Sir John, ang mahal naman pala. Kailangan ko makabayad ng 6.6 million pesos bago ako mag-start magpaupa. Actually, dyan po tayo nagkakamali. Yan siguro iniisip natin, ang Airbnb business is malaki ang kapital. What if sabihin ko sa inyo na ang total capital lang is a total of 5% of the total amount. Later on, i-breakdown ko kung magkano yung total capital. Pero in order for you guys to turn over the property, meaning bago nyo makuha yung susi, kailangan at least 5% mabayaran natin ng total amount. So kung ito yung total amount, ito yung 5%. So 5% is 325,000 pesos. Then, ang payment term natin is rent to own. Si SMDC, nag-o-offer po ng mga rent to own properties. Etong rent to own properties ito, meaning pagkabayad mo ng 5%, ito po yung 5% natin, pagkabayad mo ng 5%, bigyan mo kami ng 2-3 buwan bago ma-turnover yung unit mo. Then, ito na lang yung monthly mo sa loob ng 47 months. It's a total of 5 and 10%, that's total of 15% total payment in the span of 48 months. So meaning, 325,000 pesos yung spot down payment. Bigyan mo kami ng ilang buwan, ang monthly mo is 15,000 pesos. That means, nagagamit na natin yung unit, napapaupahan na natin yung unit mo na habang binabayaran mo pa rin yung down payment. So down payment mo is 15,000 pesos, pero gamit mo na yung property, magkano ulit yung kinikita ng mga units kanina? Around 90,000 pesos on an average. So, pwede umabot ng 70,000. So, later on, I'll show you the actual breakdown kung magkano yung pwede natin kitain. Now, siguro question natin next is, Sir John, after natin bayaran yung 47 months ng 15,000, may balanse pa tayong 85%. Anong gagawin natin sa 85%? Siyempre, yung 85% na yan, pwede na natin yung i-loan sa SMDC in-house financing or pwede rin sa mga bangko. Ang BDO po ang ating partner when it comes to our financing. So, ang SMDC kasi is the same company as BDO. That's all under SMIC or SM Investment Corporation. So now, yung 85% pwede na nating i-loan sa bangko. So, eto ngayon yung 85%, 6 million pesos, interest rate natin, sample computation natin sa bangko. 6% sa 25 years. So, that's around 39,000 pesos monthly. Again, huwag kayong mabibigla. Kapit pa rin kayo, hindi pa tayo tapos. Sasabihin natin, Sir John, lumaki naman pala. Nung una, 15,000 lang. Pero ngayon, 39,000 na. So, paano namin babayaran yan? Later, papaliwanag ko sa inyo kung paano. Okay? I-quick review ulit natin kung paano yung process ng buying or investing ng isang property. Property price is 6.6 million pesos. 5% yung kailangan mo para mag-qualify ka na for rent to own. Then 10% for 47 months habang pinapaupahan mo na siya. After ng 47 months, 85% iloloan na natin sa bangko. Your monthly can be as much as 39,000 pesos. Okay? So now, let me show you yung projection kung magkano nga ba yung pwede nating kitain. Okay? Dito tayo ngayon sa sheet 1. Alright. Now, dito muna tayo sa capital expenditure or CAPEX. Ibig sabihin ng CAPEX is this is your total capital before you start earning from your business. Okay? Ito yung total capital natin. So now, magkano nga ba yung kailangan natin first para i-reserve yung property? So according to the computation, balik tayo sa computation, reservation fee is 30,000 pesos. 30,000 pesos. Alright? So ilagay natin dito sa sheet 1, 30,000 pesos. Okay? Now, may spot DP tayo. Ito yung 5%. 5%, 325,000 pesos. Ulitin ko, itong 5% ay kung gusto mong ma-turn over agad yung property mo, pwede na natin bayaran yung 5%. Pero let's say for example, Sir John, wala pa akong 5%, wala pa akong pambayad sa 5%. Pwede din natin yan gawing monthly hanggang sa ma-accumulate natin yung total of 5%. Kunyari, naka-monthly ka ng 20,000 pesos. So that means 20,000 pesos in 1 year, that's 240. So 1 year and a half, that's 320, 350. So maka 1 year and a half ka, pwede mo nang i-turn over yung unit mo. So meaning, kahit wala kang pang spot down payment, pwede mo ding i-monthly yan. Pag nabuo mo na yung total of 5%, pwede mo na ngayong i-request yung turnover mo. Okay? Nagigets natin yon, naiintindihan natin lahat? So yan yung rent-to-own phase 2 or EOP phase 2. EOP stands for Early Occupancy Program. Okay? Balik tayo ngayon dito sa sheet 1. Kunyari, meron tayong pang 5%, 325,901. So ilagay natin dito ngayon, 325,901. Okay. So ito na, nagbayad tayo ng spot DP. Then after 1 month, nakapagbayad tayo ngayon ng 325,000 pesos. Then, meron nakalagay ditong 3 months DP. Bakit 3 months DP? Kasi nga sabi ko sa inyo, pwede kaming humingi sa inyo or baka naman pwede nyong bigyan kami ng at least 3 months bago namin ma-turnover yung property. Meron kasi tayong processing, meron tayong documentation, transfer of title, etc., etc., etc. So now, i-compute natin ngayon, ibig sabihin nun, pwedeng nakapagbayad ka ng 3 buwan mo bago mo na turnover yung unit. So that's 15,144 times 3 months. Ito yan, yung tatlo. So 15,144, compute natin. 15,144 times 3. So that's a total of 45,000 pesos. And now yung dress-up cost naman, dress-up cost, ito naman yung pagpapaganda ng property mo. Ito yung pagre-renovate, paglalagay ng AC, ng air conditioning unit, paglalagay ng TV, paglalagay ng mga kama, etc., etc., etc. Meaning, ito na yung total na ginastos mo para maganda yung unit mo. For home fort, it's only around 350,000 pesos. Mind you guys, itong dress-up cost is hindi for SMDC. This is your own budget for your dress up ng property or upgrade ng property. Meaning, kung halimbawang meron kayong way para mapababayan, kunyari ikaw ay isang contractor o meron kang mga kakilalang contractor na tingin mo makakatipid ka, makakalibre ka, then pwede namin bigay sa inyo yung details, then pwede nyo din gawin. Pero syempre, mas maganda dyan kung halimbawang sa amin nyo na din ipapagawa para kahit papano, we'll make sure na nasa amin yung warranty. Meron kayong warranty sa mga units nyo kapag sa amin. So let's say for example, kayo magpagawa, then may mga nasira, kayo ulit yung mag-aayos nun. Okay, ibig sabihin nun, hindi namin kasalanan kung may mga masisira sa properties dahil it's your contractor's fault kung bakit hindi masyadong maganda yung pagkakagawa. Meron kang 30,000 pesos, ulitin natin lahat ng gastos. 30,000 yung reservation mo, spot DP mo is 325 para ma-turnover na. Na-delay kami, let's say 3 months, nakagastos ka muna ng 45,000 pesos, and nagpaganda ka ng property mo, total of 350,000 pesos, you have a total capex or capital expenditure of 751,000 pesos. Meaning, ito muna yung naging kapital mo bago ka makalipat or bago mo magamit yung property. Mind you guys, ulitin ko sa inyo, etong dress-up cost ay hindi po sa SMDC. Ito ay sarili nyo ng gamit. Meaning, TV mo yan, aircon mo yan, sofa mo yan, kama mo yan, sa'yo lahat yan. Okay? Ito lang ang binabayad natin sa SM, total of 401,000 pesos. So imagine, meron kang 6 million or 7 million pesos property sa halagang 401,000 pesos. Yan lang yung kapital natin. Now, ulitin ko yung sabi ko kanina, kung wala tayong pang spot DP, pwede nating i-monthly yan hanggang sa makuha natin yung 5% at saka naman natin ma-request for turnover. Perfect scenario is yung gold residences. Para sa mga wala pang property sa gold residences, it's actually a very, very perfect avenue for rentals. Later, papaliwanag ko sa inyo kung bakit. Papakita ko sa inyo ng very quick si gold residences. Pero ibig sabihin is kung bakit siya naging perfect dahil kung wala ka pang DP, kung hindi mo pa ito nakukuha, hindi mo pa kayang ilabas, pwede mong i-monthly dahil hindi pa for turnover si gold residences. Next year, September pa siya mata-turnover. So, pwede kang kumuha ngayon, i-monthly mo hanggang December next year or September next year. Pag naka-total of 5% ka na, pwede nang lipatan yung building. Pwede tayo ngayon mag-request ng turnover. Nakukuha nyo? Now, ngayon, nalabas mo na yung kapital mo. Pwede ka nang magsimula magnegosyo. Ngayon, dito na tayo ngayon sa income on EOP stage. Ano yung EOP stage? Ito yung income mo habang nagpapaupa ka dito sa 47 months. Kasi mababa pa yung monthly mo, di ba? So, kukumpitin natin kung magkano yung total profit mo. Okay? So now, sabi natin, Sir John, may bayad pa pala monthly. Okay, what if sabihin ko sa inyo na hindi talaga kayo magbabayad monthly? Bakit? Sino magbabayad ng property nyo? Ang magbabayad ng property nyo is the income of the property. Meaning, since nasa yun na ang susi, pwede na natin yung paupahan. Meron na yung income. Doon sa income na yun, doon mo ngayon kukunin yung pambayad ng lahat ng gastos at ng property mo. So now, i-compute natin yan. Hindi natin syempre dadayain yung computation. Ilagay natin, let's say for example, 90,000 pesos profit. Okay, ito yung profit ha. Gross muna tayo. Average 90,000 pesos. Kahit ibaba natin yan later on, papakita ko sa inyo, ibababa natin. Ibawas natin syempre, magkano yung monthly? 15,144. Ito yung monthly. Less 15,144. Less OPEX. OPEX is operational expenditure or pwede nating sabihin, ito yung gastos mo. Andyan na yung kuryente, tubig, laundry, linis, marketing, management fee, lahat-lahat na yan. Meaning, wala ka nang babayaran, nandyan na. Nandyan na lahat ng babayaran mo, nandyan na lahat ng gastos ng negosyo na yan. So that is around 40%. So, kunin natin yung 40%. So, times 40%. So, that's a total of 36,000 pesos. Meaning, konti ipaliwanag natin kung paano natin ginawa yan. 90,000 pesos yung gross income. Less the property. Siyempre, babayaran mo yung unit mo. Dito mo nakukunin. Hindi sa bulsa mo. Hindi sa trabaho mo ngayon sa ibang bansa. So, 15,000 pesos. 90,000 less 15,000 pesos less the gastos. Lahat ng gastos, kuryente, tubig, association dues, laba, linis, marketing, management fee, lahat-lahat na. May nasira, papaayos, may nawala, papalitan. Nandiyan na lahat, 36,000 pesos. Okay? 40%. So, 90,000 less 15, less 36. Meron ka ngayong monthly net rental profit of 38,000 pesos. Meaning, wala ka nang ginagawa. Meron ka pang 38,000 pesos. Meaning, wala kang ginagawa, bayad yung unit mo, may 38,000 pesos ka pa. Okay? Now, gaano katagal natin gagawin to? Yung EOP stage, 47 months, di ba? 47 months. So, ilagay na lang natin sa 41 months. Kunyari, delayed. 3 months delayed yung ating turnover. 3 months delayed yung ating construction. Nilalagay ko na sa pinakapangit na scenario. This is the worst case scenario. So, 41 months mo na lang siya mapapaupahan. So, 38,000 pesos times 41 months is 1.5 or almost 1.6 million pesos. ROI na tayo, nabawi na natin. So, ibig sabihin nito, meron ka pa bang nakalabas na pera? Wala na. Nabawi mo na ngayon yung 751 mo at kumita ka pa ng additional 700 or almost 800,000 pesos. Alright? So, yan na ngayon yung income mo, nagka-profit ka na. So, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, or sabi nyo sa akin, na sir, hindi pa tapos. Kasi may monthly na mataas. Baka naman abonado kami dyan. Baka naman, instead na kumita kami, nawalan pa kami ng pera. Alright. So now, let's say for example, ang monthly income pa rin natin is 90,000 pesos pa rin. Sabihin na lang natin 90,000 pesos pa rin yung income natin. Naniniwala ba kayong 90,000 pesos pa rin kaya dapat yan? That is 5 years from now. So, alam nyo ba yung term na inflation? Inflation is ito yung pagbaba o paghina ng purchasing power ng iyong currency or ng pera natin. Ito yung sample. Perfect example would be yung mga lolo't lola natin. Pag nagkukwento, apo, nabili ko tong lupa na to sa halagang 10 pesos lang. Tama? Dati 10 pesos kayang bumili ng lupa. Ngayon yung 10 pesos mo, ano na lang mabibili niyan? Isang sachet ng shampoo, mga ganyan, baka kulang pa. So, ang layo ng inflation. So, let's say na lang halimbawa, na ang inflation hindi tayo tinamaan. Kunyari, hindi nagmahal ang rentals. Pag sinabi natin inflation, lahat nagmamahal. Pagkain, tubig, kuryente, pamasahe, etc., etc., etc. Lahat magmamahal. That includes your monthly or daily rentals. Nagmamahal lahat yan. Ang hotel nagmamahal through inflation. Sabihin na lang natin, 5 years from now, 3,000 pa rin natin pinapaupa yung mga properties. And ang monthly natin sa bangko is 39,000. I-round up na natin, gawin na natin 40,000 pesos. So, 90 less 40, then meron pa rin tayong CAPEX, meron pa rin OPEX, meron pa rin tayong gastos. Ito yung operational expenditure, operational expenses. So, 90,000 times 40%. So, we still have around 14,000 pesos. So, kumpitin ulit natin 90,000 yung income, wala na tong inflation, hindi tayo nagmahal ng presyo. Less the monthly ng property natin, meaning bayad pa rin yung unit mo at nailabas mo lahat ng pwede mong ilabas na gastos. Lahat ng kailangan gastos, nagastos na natin. Meron pa ring monthly net rental profit of 14,000 pesos. Alright? So now, yung 14,000 pesos, gano'n natin katagal kikitain to? Kunyari na lang for 25 years. Dahil 25 years, yung ating loan term, ayan, 25 years. 6%, 25 years, 39,000, gawin natin 40,000. So, for 25 years, wala pa rin inflation, tuloy-tuloy lang. Kunyari, 14,000 lang talaga yung income natin. And for 300 months, that's a total of 4.2 million pesos. Meaning, fully paid na yung property mo, nabayaran mo na yung 25 years. Kumita ka pa ng 4.2 million pesos. Nakukuha natin yung idea. Sa first stage, habang nasa rent-to-own stage pa tayo, kumita ka ng 1.5. Pagdating sa bangko, nagmahal yung monthly natin, kumita tayo for 25 years ng 4.2, fully paid na yung unit. Okay? Now, hindi pa rin tayo tapos. Kumita na tayo sa first and second stage. Pupunta tayo ngayon sa third stage, which is the property valuation in 25 years. Fully paid na yung unit mo in 25 years, tama? Sabihin na lang natin na nag-appraise or nag-appreciate yung value ng property mo ng 5%. Naniniwala ba kayo na ang mga bahay, lupa, kondo tumataas habang tumatagal? Naniniwala kayo doon? Mga nasa magkano kaya? Tingin nyo. Ang ilang percent kaya ang appreciation ng property value in a year? Halimbawa sa Metro Manila,
Conservative figures are 10%.
10%. Conservative na yung 10%, meaning yung property value mo ngayon pwedeng umakyat ng 10% sa loob ng isang taon. Kunyari may unit ka na 1 million pesos, para lang madali kumpitin, 1 million pesos, madadagdagan ng 100,000 pesos. So magiging 1,100,000 pesos sa loob ng isang taon. Yan yung conservative. Pero gaya nga ng sabi ko sa inyo, gawin natin, papangitin natin yung senaryo. Kunyari na lang 5% lang yung kinikita or ina-appraise ng value ng unit mo. 5% lang. Kunyari na lang. Kunyari ganun kapangit ang MOA, ganun kapangit ang Metro Manila at ganyan lang yung appreciation. And 25 years kang nag-antay. 25 years na fully paid mo yung property mo. So that's a total of 125% property appreciation. So ibig sabihin nun, yung property na binili mo 25 years ago ng 6.6 million pesos, pwedeng maging 15 million pesos. So yan ay through the property appreciation. Now ang question, ikaw ba yung nagbayad ng 6 million pesos? O ikaw ay nagbayad lamang ng 751,000 pesos? So ngayon gawa tayo ng summary for our investment. Okay? I-summarize natin. So let's say for example, ayan, investment summary, total capex. Ang total na gastos natin, total capital natin is 751,000 pesos. Okay? Pagdating sa EOP, ito na yung rento, nagpapaupa na tayo, kumita na tayo ng 1.5 million pesos. Pagdating naman sa bank financing, kumita tayo ng total of 25 years ng 4.2 million pesos, bayad na yung unit. At dahil bayad na yung unit, ang presyo na ng unit mo sa loob ng 25 years is 15 million pesos. So now, kung i-compute mo kung magkano yung total na kinita mo, kumita ka ngayon ng 20 million pesos in 25 years na ang nilabas mo lang is 751,000 pesos. That is a total of 2,669% total capital growth. Hindi kayang ibigay sa atin ng kahit anong negosyo yan. Bakit? Siguro baka may ibang negosyong kayang gawin yan pero mataas ang risk. But for real estate, wala to masyadong risk. Bakit? Dahil at the end of the day, this is your property. This is your condominium. You can sell it anytime. You can use it anytime. Pwede mong ipamana sa mga anak mo. Pwede mong ipamana sa mga apo mo. Pwede mong ibigay sa mga magulang mo as their retirement home, sayo yan. Mapaupahan man yan o hindi, sayo pa rin yan. So that's why this business model has no actually risk na mapupunta sa inyo. So this is around 20 million pesos capital growth. Now, paano kung sabihin ko sa inyo na itong 20 million na to, in 25 years, kaya mong gawing 100 or 200 million pesos yan kahit na hindi ka na magdagdag ng kapital. Paano? Kailan ka naka-ROI? Sabi ni Maine kanina, naka-return na tayo o naka-ROI na tayo, nakabawi na tayo para sa mga kababayan natin na para mas madali maintindihan. Nakabawi na tayo way back 1 year and a half pa lang tayo nag-open ng business. Paano kung halimbawa, nung nakuha mo na yung 751,000 pesos mo, nabawi mo na yung 751 mo, isang taon at kalahati, gawin na natin 2 taon, nakabawi ka na ng 2 years. What if yung 751 na nakuha mo na ulit, pinambili mo ulit ng pangalawang unit? Dalawa na sila ngayong kikita. Yung kita uli nun, bumalik na ulit yung 751. Hindi na yan 2 years, 1 year na lang kasi 2 units na eh. 2 units na siya, so mas mabilis nyo ng mga ROI. Nakuha mo na ulit yung 751 in 1 year, ilagay mo ulit sa pangatlong unit. 3 na ngayon yung papaupahan mo. Yung 3 papaupahan mo, in 6 months, or baka mga 6-7 months, nakabawi ka na ulit ng 751, ilagay mo na ulit sa pang-4 na unit. Yung kita, lagay mo ulit sa pang-6, pang-7, pang-8, pang-9, pang-10. Magkano yung kinita ng isang property? 20 million pesos. What if you have a total of 10 properties na may potential of 20 million pesos income in 25 years? After 25 years, you sell everything, that's 200 million pesos profit. Again, ano ang risk? Wala, kasi sa'yo to. Nakukuha nyo? What I'm sharing to you guys is actually a secret of the old riches. Ito yung secret ng mga pamilyang mayayaman. Alam nyo ba yung mga Yulo family, C family, Ayala family, yung mga pamilyang yan, Gokongwei, etc., etc., saan ba sila yumaman? Through land banking. Ang ginagawa ng mga pamilyang yan is bibili ng property. Pagkabili ng property, papaupahan nila yan. Pagkapaupa niyan, babayaran ng upa yung property na binili nila hanggang sa mabawi nila yung pera. Pag nabawi nila yung pera, pambibili ng pangalawa, dalawa na yung pinaupahan. Yung unang pinaupahan, tumaas na yung value, binenta niya. Pagbenta niya, meron siya ngayon, let's say for example, nabili niya ng 2 million pesos, ibebenta niya ngayon ng 5 million pesos kasi kumikita. May 5 million siya ngayon. Yung 5 million niya, pambibili niya ngayon ng 10 units o 10 properties. Down payment lahat. Paupahan niya ulit yung 10 yun. Pagka paupa ng 10 yun, binabayaran yung sarili hanggang sa ma-fully paid. Pagka fully paid, bebenta ulit nila lahat yan. Pagka benta lahat yan, ang laking pera nun. Yung pera na yun, pambibili ulit nila ng down payment, ng new units, mas maraming units, down payment na naman. Pagka down payment, papaupahan, magbabayad ulit nun is yung upa hanggang sa kumita sila ng bilyon. So ngayon, ang sinishare ko sa inyo ngayon is an opportunity for you guys to have financial freedom in your life or in your family in generation and generation na dadating pa. So now, what I want you guys to know is that SMDC happens to support daily rentals. And with that, kaya namin nabuo ang Homefort Staycation. Question siguro ng iba dyan, bakit iba-iba kulay? Bakit may red? Bakit may green? Bakit may yellow, blue, etc.? Yan ay para malaman mo kung saan nanggaling yung booking. Yung red is nanggaling sa Airbnb, yung green is nanggaling sa Facebook. Alright? Gaya sabi ko kanina, maraming iba't iba pang platforms. Nandyan yung color blue for our website. Nandyan yung color violet for Agoda. Nandyan yung yellow for booking.com. Nandyan yung blue-green for Trivago. So, pero kung makikita nyo, walang ibang ganong kulay. Bakit? Ibig sabihin nun, hindi ko sila ginagamit. Pero, kung titignan nyo yung aming bookings, laging fully booked. What more kapag ginamit ko na yung ibang platforms pa? These are only Facebook and Airbnb. Ibig sabihin nun, malaki pa yung opportunity na hindi namin kinukuha, pero fully booked na kami. Nakukuha nyo? Now, let me show you the actual statistics. Sir, paano namin papaupahan yan? Nasa ibang bansa kami. Tama lahat ng sinabi mo, maganda. Ang problema, hindi ko kaya. Meron naman akong pera, sir, kaya ko yung 325. Kaya ko din pag-ipunan yung 350 na dress-up cost. Kaya lang, paano mo naman masisiguro sa akin, sir, na mapapaupahan yan? Then, dito ngayon pumapasok yung mga property management. Pero ang pinapromote ko sa inyo ngayon dito is Homefort iHotel. This Homefort iHotel, meron ng kahit papano na registration sa SEC. And also, bukod doon, marami na ding mga clients ang nagtitiwala. Nakakapagsimula na tayo right away. So, we're going to give you a passive income opportunity with your property na nasa prime location. SMDC, I'm pretty sure yung mga properties nyo are in the prime location. So, it's a perfect avenue for you guys to get an unlimited income. So, like for example, this is Mall of Asia area. So, makikita natin, meron tayong organic market demand. When we say organic market demand, meaning marami na talagang pumupunta dito sa lugar na to dahil sa mga iba't ibang attractions. Kagaya ng, for example, Mall of Asia Arena. Pag nag-concert, halimbawa, si Lee Min Ho, nung nakaraan, nandyan si Lee Min Ho sa SMX, ang dami ngayon naka-staycation, sobrang dami pumunta sa MOA. Pag may game ng basketball, concert ng BTS, concert ng Blackpink, or other mga K-pop artists or kung sino mang mga artista. Pag nag-concert sila dyan, now punong-puno pa rin ang Mall of Asia area. SMX, may mga convention centers, mapupuno yan. Conrad is a hotel. Yun nga lang, ang presyo ng Conrad is around 10,000 pesos per night. Maybe siguro yan yung isang question nyo. Sir, mauupahan ba yan? And dami din namang hotel sa area. Nandyan si Conrad. nandyan si Microtel, nandyan si Sofitel, nandyan si Soler, nandyan si Okada. But the thing is, all of these hotels are around 15 to 20,000 pesos per night. Pagkano ulit tayo? 3,000 to 3,500 pesos. We're actually capturing the bigger part of the market. Ito yung mga medyo nasa babang market, the Class B and Class C market, na ang kanilang budget lang for daily staycation or for their accommodation is around 3,000 to 3,500. So yan ngayon yung kinukuha natin. So yan, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, the organic market demand. And also bukod doon, yung ating business model is very, very positive or very high potential when it comes to your income. By the way, Homefort has a property or shared income na ating program. Pag sinabi nating shared income, ito ay yung income ng property mo is hindi lamang sa'yo or income ng property ng mga kasama mo ay hindi lamang sa'yo. Let's say for example, meron akong total of 100 units. 100 units tayong lahat, kunyari na lang. Ang gagawin natin o ang ginawang model, business model ng Homefort is profit sharing. Ibig sabihin nun, pag mahina yung kita mo o mahina yung rentals ng unit mo, kahit 2 gabi ka lang naupahan ngayong buwan, malaki pa rin yung income mo. Kasi pwedeng sa'yo, 2 araw lang, pero yung iba, fully book. So lahat ng income na yan, ipagsasama-sama natin sa isang income, sa isang pool of income, pool of funds, ibabawas natin lahat ng gastos, lahat ng kuryente, tubig, OPEX, then tsaka natin ngayon i-divide to all the unit owners. So ibig sabihin nito, hindi magkakaroon ng favoritism when it comes to our investors. Baka kasi sabihin halimbawa ni Justin, "Sir, bakit yung unit ko 3 lang yung umupa? Bakit yung kay Jane 25 nights? Bakit yung kanya malaki income, sa akin maliit lang?" 'Di ba? Or pwedeng sabihin ni Jane na, "Sir, bakit yung gastos ng akin malaki, yung kanya konti lang yung umupa pero sa kanya marami umupa pero pantay kami ng gastos." So ngayon ang gagawin natin, lahat ng income ng units na to, lahat ng booking, hindi na mamimili yung mga guests natin dahil pare-parehas lang yung itsura ng unit. Parang hotel mismo, hindi naman tayo namimili ng ating mga kwarto. Kunyari, sabihin pa, pag nag-book ba kayo sa hotel, sasabihin ba natin, "Gusto ko yung 5th floor, unit 71. Hindi naman ganun, di ba? So normally, pagbigay sa atin ng card, pupuntahan natin yung kwarto, yun na yun. So technically, we are building our own hotel. So kung magkano man yung kinita ng buong company, i-divide siya sa lahat ng investors. Pantay-pantay yung income ng lahat, walang favoritism, lahat ng investors natin kikita. So ito ngayon yung business model na naisip namin for everyone na magkaroon ng magandang capital growth. Alright? So now, papakita ko sa inyo ngayon yung actual units, shore or ating shore residences and ating S residences. So this is a sample of our units. Later on, papakita ko sa inyo yung actual pictures. So that is for our shore residences. Let me show you the S residences. Ayan, so ayan yung S residences. For S residences, ginagawa namin yung dating family suite B na may division, tinatanggal namin yung division. I'll show you the pictures and I'll also send to your group chats. Imagine, itong mga nakikita nyo to, these are all a total of 700,000 pesos capital. Itong 700,000 pesos na to, sa'yo to, hindi mo to ibibigay kung kanino man, hindi ito pwedeng itakbo dahil may unit ka mismo sa SMDC. Hindi kagaya ng pag nag-invest ka halimbawa sa isang tao, bibigay mo sa kanya yung pera mo, wala ka namang makukuha. But for this one, you have the property, you have the keys, you have a unit, you have a title, you have a contract to sell, sayo to. So that's a total of 700,000 pesos capital. Papakita ko na lang sa inyo ngayon yung projection, yung annual financial return and projection, kung magkano nga ba talaga yung pwede mong kitain in 25 years. So dito, nakalagay dito lahat ng mga scenarios. Let's say for example, 70% occupancy, ayan. So meaning hindi ka fully paid, hindi ka fully booked, 75%, 80%, and 90%. So ito na yung net income, meaning binawas na namin lahat ng gastos. So yung iyong property, ang kita mo sa 70%. 70% is between 19 to 21 nights, depende sa buwan. So meron ka pa ring income na 25,000 pesos sa rent-to-own stage. Pagpasok ng bangko, ang baba ng ginawa namin, kung titignan nyo, 2,000 lang. Worst case scenario to guys, worst case scenario. So now, bayad na yung unit mo, 2,000 na lang yung matitira sa'yo, hanggang sa tumataas dahil sa inflation. Bakit nagbabago, sir? Kasi syempre, habang tumatagal, may inflation, nagmamahal at nagmamahal yan. So you have a total potential earning of 70%, sa 70% of 3 million pesos. Meaning, bayad na yung property mo, fully paid na, may 3 million ka pa. Pag nag-average naman tayo sa 75%, bayad na yung property mo, may 4.8 ka pa. Sa 80% naman, bayad na yung property mo, may 6.5 ka pa. Sa 90%, which is, this is our data as of the moment, bayad na yung property mo, may 10 million ka pa. Pero ilagay na lang natin yung presentation natin sa gitna, sa average. Sa gitna ng 3 million all the way to 10 million pesos, that's 6.1 million pesos average. Okay? And property valuation, ano ibig sabihin property valuation? Sabi ko sa inyo, habang tumatagal, nagmamahal ang property, nilagay namin sa 5%. Yung 6.8 na property mo, in 25 years, magiging 15 million pesos. So, kumita ka ng 6 million pesos sa rentals, plus 15 million pesos sa property value. That's a total of 21 million pesos on a worst case scenario. Worst case scenario to, everyone, 21 million pesos. So now, ulitin ko, ang sagot sa mga clients o sa mga unit owners na ang tanong, sir, hindi po namin magagawa yan dahil hindi ko matututukan. Homefort and other property management is here to help you with the management of your properties. Now, just to show you some of the actual data or actual pictures ng Homefort, we already have, ito yung aming mga registration sa SEC, so makikita nyo. So, we are under Solatio Properties Incorporated. So, makikita nyo dito, this is signed by me, JM, and Dennis. And also, we also have our bylaws and also our certificate of authentication. So, yan yung ating mga registration. So, nakarehistro na po tayo ang Homefort. Bukod doon, I'd like to show you also our units. So the units of Homefort as of the moment are like this one. So this is Homefort for everyone. Now, let me also show you our investors para mapatunayan ko sa inyo that we are a company na meron na ngayong maraming investors. So si JM and si Dennis are one of the people behind Homefort talaga. And so these are the clients, nandiyan din yung mga contracts. We're giving contracts to our clients. Habang tumatagal, ang properties o ang location, nagde-develop pa yan na nagde-develop. Pag nag-develop yan, ibig sabihin, mas pwedeng magkaroon ng mataas na demand and mas pwede ding mas mataas yung rates. Let me share my screen again and I want to show you the future of Metro Manila. Okay, si Mega Manila Subway, sigurado ako, gasgas na yan sa inyo, but it's definitely sure na magkakaroon ng appreciation yung Mega Manila Subway because of Mega Manila Subway. But meron pa kayong isang hindi nakikita o hindi nalalaman na malaking potential when it comes to your property increase or property appreciation. Ito ngayon yung tinatawag natin na Horizon Manila. Kung kilala nyo si Horizon Manila, kung hindi nyo kilala si Horizon Manila, this is Horizon Manila. Let me share this video to you guys.
Horizon Manila brings together my passions and ambitions for our people. I I grew up in Tondo, and I've always been fascinated by the life and vigor of our streets. I remember the distinct streetscapes, the sights and sounds of Avenida and Divisoria, the culture and traditions reflected in each and every one of our fiestas and processions. All these influences and images, they come together in this master plan we have created.
Horizon Manila is an amazing place specifically planned for every Manileño. By integrating the future of Manila with the spirit of its existing neighborhoods, we have this incredible opportunity not just to build a new city, but to revive and transform the city of Manila.
It's about building a city with a remarkable abundance of public space and nature, 5 minutes or 3 kilometers away from the heart of our metropolis, providing up to 400,000 new jobs in the coming decades. It's a showcase of what Manila can be.
We design a city for people, not for cars. So what our main design concept is like, we emphasize people, like as in human. So this is what a city really needs.
The 3 islands are bisected by a canal park that acts as the center for life in Horizon and connects all 3 islands. It recalls our roots as Tagalog people who settled along the banks of the Pasig River and acts as a green valley in the middle of the bustling city. This 4-kilometer-long canal, along with the 2 main dividing waterways and various reservoirs, will allow the city to be self-sufficient with fresh water and even allow it to help with the water scarcity problems of the city. Any master plan for Manila has to start with its people and communities. We are not designing a top-down regimented master plan with homogeneous landmarks and streetscapes. We are creating an organic collection of 28 diverse and compact mixed-use communities that reflect the identity and character of Manila. We believe that communities are built by providing its people with a shared experience in the form of a common geography and public space. This allows them to come together and form stronger bonds with the support of social infrastructure like streetscapes and plazas.
Over the last few years, we've been working on our ideas about social architecture. We've reimagined libraries, museums, bridges, and even medical facilities for Manila with a network of hyper-local, barrier-free spaces for our communities, like the Bookstop Project, the Museo del Prado, the River Lane, and most recently, our emergency quarantine facilities. At Horizon Manila, we're once more pursuing ideas to help build better communities for Manileños. We've imagined a collection of progressive, diverse, and compact communities that act like settlements strung along a winding canal park.
Each community has its own narrative and story with unique localities and features that allow them to thrive and grow into extraordinarily livable and human communities. For us, this is the first step to building neighborhoods that can be as distinctive as the ones we grew up in.
I see and I aspire to have the future of Manila to be a very vibrant and to become the Paris of Asia that it's supposed to be.
Horizon Manila will be the cosmopolitan city of tomorrow on the forefront of creativity and innovation, geared to serve and strengthen the vitality of our people. And so, I invite all of you to Horizon Manila and experience the city of Manila as a place where together we can build a better future.
Ayan. So that is Horizon Manila. So Horizon Manila will help your property to grow in terms of its value. Now, bago tayo matapos, syempre, iiwanan ko kayo ng question. So the question is, are you ready to actually get or attain financial freedom in 25 years from now?